AIDS in Africa is one of the most important global public health issues of our time, despite an increased access to life-saving treatments. AIDS remains the leading cause of death amongst Africans, accounting for nearly 70% of those who live with HIV. For Africans, affordability, accessibility, political and economic interference continue to be major barriers to the access to antiretrovirals. One individual, a physician, a researcher, and an activist is here today to be recognized and honored for his single-handed contribution in bringing affordable treatment for HIV infection in Africa, and as a representative of all Africans who have lost their battle with AIDS. Dr. Peter Mugyenyi. Dr. Mugyenyi set the moral tone in Africa, and indeed the world, that all HIV-infected persons deserve the respect of treatment with antiretroviral therapy, regardless of economic circumstances. Peter Mugyenyi obtained an MBA CHP degree from Makerere University in Uganda in 1975, before fleeing the country to the United Kingdom due to civil wars. In the United Kingdom, he obtained a diploma in child health from the Royal College of Physicians and Surgeons in Glasgow. In early 1990, Dr. Mugyenyi returned to his native Uganda to help his country battle the AIDS epidemic. In 1992, he co-founded the Joint Clinical Research Center, Africa's largest AIDS treatment and research center. He then became medical director for the center. He worked tirelessly to find a solution to the AIDS scourge and was the pioneer of institutional use of antiretrovirals in Africa, as well as the development of an effective network model for scaling up antiretrovirals to Africa's rural areas. In his endeavor to mobilize international support, he testified to the US Senate on the impact and catastrophe of HIV in Africa and the need for increased funding. With Anthony Fauci, the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases in the United States, he created the $15 billion PEPFAR program as emergency funds to alleviate the AIDS crisis in Africa and the Caribbean. In recognition of his international leadership in HIV/AIDS prevention and treatment and his role in advocacy, Dr. Mugyenyi became the first non-American to be invited to sit in the First Lady's box as a special guest of the First Lady, Mrs. Laura Bush, during the 2003 State of the Union address. Dr. Mugyenyi continues to be involved with assisting various academic institutions, national and international organizations in the planning, review, and execution of projects on AIDS treatment and research, poverty alleviation, policy formulation, and communication. His humanitarian ideals and pursuit of available treatment for all continues and is more than worthy of our recognition. Mr. Vice Chancellor, in the name of the Senate, I ask you to confer the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa, upon Peter Mugyenyi.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Vice Chancellor, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa. Congratulations, Dr. Mugyenyi. On behalf of all assembled here today, I should now like to invite our newest alumnus, Dr. Peter Mugyenyi, to address convocation.